Yeah, now we're going to talk about what to talk about on the radio. What is it to talk about on the radio when you're on the radio or whenever you decide to get on the radio? Okay, some people say talk about anything. I don't know, talk about anything. Um, well, what radio are you going to talk on when you say talk about anything? Well, if you want to see, they talk about anything, anything and everything. Um, Ham radio is the same thing, just like the CB radio. They talk about anything and everything. So basically compatible to CB radio and ham is both the same thing. I mean, there's really nobody. Uh, there's really no Pacific. Uh, there, there, there isn't one that is not better than the other. So I think ham radio just like C radio. I mean, shoot, you ain't really talking down 2 meters. You're talking to really nobody important. I mean, just local people. You know, they talk about, you need to get a special license. You don't need to get no special license for that crap. You know, just talk on it. Just talk to people and be yourself. You know, and just talk and try to meet somebody. Just try. But I know the government try to put laws on everything, but sometimes you got to do away with with, with the nonsense. You know what I'm saying? But the law is just trying to make money, just like you are trying to make money and provide for yourself. So there ain't no special way to talk. You just talk if you want to talk. So many people believe into the government system, and to where they are like they are like they just traumatized with the law system with the government. You know, um, me care nothing about for the government for the government system. I do not care, and I don't care nothing about FCC ruling because it's all government stuff and politics. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What can you do? What you shouldn't do? All that kind of stuff. That's all politics stuff. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't want you to have the ham radio, they wouldn't sell it to you. So my suggestion is, if you got one, talk on it. You know what I'm saying? If you got whatever, I don't know what city maybe you're in, but if you have one, just talk on it. Big deal. And try not to try to yourself. You know, if anybody or if anybody start a problem with you, try to straight, straighten it out or reason with them. You know what I'm saying? But they actually I mean but actually they just try to keep things at a nice pace. Um, Same thing with the ham and the CB radio. And the CB radio, all they do is just be meeting, just be greeting one another. You know what I'm saying, and having fun. And sometimes they have their little arguments, their little issues, that kind of stuff. But and the ham radio too. There ain't much going on around around UVF. I think that's the boat channel, the boat frequencies. Um, they tell you what you can't talk about, but people talk about anything down on that boat frequency. I listen to on YouTube. down in Miami and down in Florida. I don't think that's going on down there. Boat radios and CBs and ham. And most time at night on a weekend, when fishers be out there fishing on a boat, they have them ham radios on. Not the ham radio. Those boat radios. And I have mine on. See that? I have mine on right now. They're just scanning through the channels and everything. So I basically I got my scanner on, and you know, so I'm basically just trying to listen and trying to hear to what's going on. You know, so I got my other radio here. I got my other radio here. You know, see, we got my GMRS radio, and that's usually, you know, that's a some timing radio. It's like if when the person's in the mood to talk or want to be private about his conversation. But really, if you're on the radio, there ain't no privacy, because if they're gonna hear you. So so other than that, you know what I'm saying? So other than that, you're gonna be heard. If somebody is on that frequency or that channel, you're gonna be heard. So there ain't no specific problems. There ain't no specific channel where you're not gonna be heard. Because if somebody out there on that channel, sitting on that channel, and if you talking on that channel, they're gonna hear you anyway, regardless of what you might think that nobody's on that channel, because somebody is probably listening. So so there ain't no really Pacific channel. There's really no Pacific channel. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the ham radio. You know what I'm saying? If you're on a certain frequency, they're gonna hear you. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? It's it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm down here on the lake, and really on the lake, there used to be a lot of boaters out here on the lake. You know what I'm saying? Some of them have a boat radio, some of them don't, but I think it's dangerous to be out there without a marine radio or some kind of radio on you, because cell phones sometimes don't get it. You can drop your cell phone in the water, in the lake, and then it float down or whatever, water get in it, then it don't work no more. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's good to have a marine radio or a waterproof radio that you could get somebody to come and help you if you have a problem, especially if you got kids on your boat. You know what I'm saying? And that's very important that you have a marine radio on your boat. I don't know if that's a law that you must have a marine radio on your boat. I think it's a person choice or a person thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for a marine radio. But ladies and gentlemen, if you go out there on a boat, fishing or doing whatever, make sure you have a marine radio on your boat, or a marine handheld, a marine handheld radio on you or on your boat, so you can call for emergency. And the emergency channel is channel 16. That's the emergency channel, channel 16. So, if you're gonna put a mobile radio in your boat, make sure it's settled in there real good, nice and tight, and make sure you put everything you need on to have it sealed in your boat, and keep it clean, and your mic clean. You know what I'm saying? And don't let no sand and all that kind of stuff get inside your radio, or you're gonna be in trouble. So you guys, I'll make it. If you got a boat, I don't care what kind of boat it is. Put a marine radio in your boat, or a handheld radio in your boat, especially if you're out there on the lake. You know what I'm saying? It's very that wouldn't be too professional or too, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that would be not caring. If you got a child on your boat and you're out there riding around on your boat or whatever, and your child get thrown in the water or something happens unusual, and maybe you might forget your phone. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you keep that radio in your boat. You know what I'm saying? In the glove compartment somewhere on the boat, so you have it, so you can call somebody on radio. Marine radio is necessary to have on your boat, and I don't care if you're in your house. You can have one in your house. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Make sure whoever's in your house got a radio too, and is on the same frequency that you are on, so you can make contact. Contact is very important when you have a radio. You know what I'm saying? Making contact is very important. Sometimes you don't. You know what I'm saying? So the same thing with the CB. The CB is just a CB, but you can make contact. Ham radio, you can make contact. Any ham radio. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's important that you have these things. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all. I know some people really get up on cell phone stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's good. That's good. That's good and dandy. But if you out there on the water or in the lake, don't go on the boat if you don't got a marine radio. Because if something happened to you and you can't contact nobody and you drown, that's your own fault. Especially if you don't have a life jacket on. Especially if you don't have a life jacket on. And if the water is too deep, if it's too deep, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna be in trouble. So other than that, peoples, make sure you have a radio on your boat, in your car, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Driving along. You know what I'm saying? This is what I do. I have a radio and a boat radio in my car wherever I'm going. You know what I'm saying? And I have a radio or wherever from walking on foot. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I have a radio. I have that radio with me on the same frequency, so that way the person in the car can hear me talking to them too. You know what I'm saying? And they can talk back to me. You know. So that's very important, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. And right now, it was a little bit of skip going on, but there ain't really that much. You know what I'm saying? So Another thing is Carl, you know what I'm saying? Carl, if you down there in I think you're down there close to Germany. Carl, if you see this uh, uh, um, video, please specify about the ham radio. Um, I know you do a lot, but please give more detail. You know what I'm saying? When you go up into those upper frequencies, like 20 meters, 80 meters, and all that kind of stuff. Please simplify. Please simplify the emergency channels, because I noticed that every radio doesn't have. I mean, every radio, especially ham radio, some ham radios don't have an uh, emergency channel. It just it just all making contact, but they need to have emergency frequency where you can call either the police or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I know on 2 meters you can't get the emergency channel. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't know if you gotta program it in or whatever. But Carl, if you can, you know what I'm saying, brother, my brother, you know what I'm saying, please, if you can, um, on the Jesus 817 and on the Jesus 818. See if you can um try to get some give us some info. And I've been listening to you, and I knows and I know ham radios. I never seen nobody that has a ham radio that specify where to go for emergency. You know what I'm saying? Now on the police radio, that's different. Some people say, "Oh, I got a cell phone. Oh, I got this, I got that." Well, that's good. But sometimes when you're near a ham radio and you don't have your cell phone, you need to be able to make a phone call or call on that radio. I don't care what the situation is, or I don't care what the police say. You know what I'm saying? If you got a real serious emergency, call. You know what I'm saying? I mean call on that radio. And Carl, you know what I'm saying? I know you out there. You probably working. I know you probably. I don't know. You probably sleep right now because it's probably nighttime down there. So you call. So you not just call, but you specify or make some arrangement. I'm talking about the emergency channels on the Jesus 817 or the Jesus 818. You know what I'm saying? I hear people all the time making contact, but yeah, that's good and all that kind of stuff. But what about if you are in a emergency, a situation, and you need to call somebody, and you don't have a cell phone? So and you just have that ham radio. So Carl, see if you can bring to the table what kind of frequencies that you can get into, or if you can actually program the police frequencies on that ham radio, on that 2 meter radio, or that 2 meter or whatever. Because I got a special radio that that gets the police frequency, the ham channel, and boat frequency. You know what I'm saying? I got a special radio that I can go in. It's not here. It's probably in my other bag. But I'm gonna. Here it is. I got a special radio that I can use, and I got another radio that was all that stuff, ham, boat radios, all that stuff. It gets every frequency channel. You know what I'm saying? On the radio. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can turn it on. See, I can turn it on. Right now, it's on 154,370. You know what I'm saying? It's on 154,370. I'm trying to get it close so you can see it. You know what I'm saying? And this radio gets everything. I can get the boat channels, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I can get GMRS, all that kind of stuff. The radios on the radio. I can get any kind of frequency channel on, and I got another radio that can get all over too. This QYT KT 8900 radio gets all the frequencies too. So other than that, and I got another radio too. I'd like to tell you, you know what I'm saying? You have to program it in the GMRS radio. It goes to it doesn't do the what you call it. It does the high frequencies, the 400s, up in the 400s. It stays up there. You know what I'm saying? And I think Utica, down here in Utica, New York, they don't have. You know, they go up in the 400s. They stay down in the in the lower between 150 to 180. You know what I'm saying? Frequencies. With the GMRS radio, you know what I'm saying? I can program any frequencies in there, but I don't think that I can program the those lower frequencies. But it's all good. But I have a radio that can do all that. They can do all of it. This right here. You know what I'm saying? And I keep that with me mostly all the time. All the time. No matter where I go. I keep it with me. Because I never know if I might be, you know what I'm saying, riding somewhere or somebody getting in an accident or whatever. And I might need to make a phone call. I mean, not a phone call, a radio call on the radio. But I keep that with me at all times, all the time. You know what I'm saying? You know, and this boat radio works excellent, especially when they have a thing on the water. It works excellent. You know what I'm saying? I usually hang out on channel 1 on the boat frequency on channel 1, and let me tell you something. You get a lot of contact on channel 1. A lot of contact when there's events going on, you know, and everything. The boat radio is the best thing to have if you're on the beach or anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's good to have. So people, try not to get so focused onto your phone. You know what I'm saying? For emergency frequencies. I mean, for emergency contact. You know what I'm saying? Have a radio in your car or wherever you're at or on you so you can make contact. Okay? And I'll see you later. Thank you. Nice meeting you. Bye. Hey, now you slower than Magnolia, I ain't joking, no doubt about it. 89 was small station, jam, no jam, I'm outside this Magnolia, blackout.